If you use English in your work, there are certain situations that you really must become comfortable doing because they're such an important part of your everyday work. Things like telephoning in English, emails in English, meetings in English. And in today's lesson, we'll cover those essential situations so you feel comfortable. Hi, I'm your English coach, Christina, and welcome to Speak English with Christina, the best place to become more confident speaking business English step by step. Today, we have 4 very concrete, practical situations to review. The first one, if you need to include greetings in your emails, and if so, what's the appropriate greeting? Expressions for leading meetings in English, how to introduce yourself confidently and naturally in English, and how to answer the phone without feeling nervous and without running away to the bathroom when the phone rings and it's someone from a foreign country. Anyway, in business, these are situations that you face nearly every day, so it's worth investing a little bit of time to feel more comfortable and more confident to make your life easier. And everybody loves to make their life easier. So, let's go. Today, I want to help you with your emails. A friend of mine, Mikael, had a great question. I always start my email to my franchisor by, "Hope everything's okay," or stuff like that. And today he answered with no hi or anything, just answering right away my question. Should I do the same? Should I stop being polite and just go to the point next time? Great question, Miguel. Let's look at this one. Let's say that Anna just received an email from Paul, an American colleague. And the message starts with, "Do you have last year's sales report?" It's direct. There's no greetings like, "Hi, Anna," "Hello," or even "Dear Anna." Now, she feels confused. Is Paul being rude? Is he upset? Aggressive? Then Anna gets worried. Is Paul writing normally and she's the one lacking etiquette when she starts all of her emails with "hello" and "how are you"? Maybe adding such a personal introduction is not okay in American culture. Anna notices she's confused, and she knows it's probably a minor misstep anyway, so it would be weird if she brings it up to Paul, but she'd like to know more. Well, don't worry, we'll figure out what to do. Let me reassure you, it's not a cultural difference, or at least not a national cultural difference. Most Americans will write an introduction on most emails they send from their computers, just like they would on a letter. However, there are 2 main reasons that we would skip the greetings. The first one is when it's the best we can do. When we don't really have the time to respond properly, but we still want to send the information. So we'll write the minimum and, "Hi, Anna, how are you?" gets cut. The second reason is close to the first, but much more common. Emails used to be treated as letters, but now they tend to be seen almost as instant messaging. We type it on our phone and we treat a series of emails as a flowing conversation. And you wouldn't say hello to your friend every time you start a new sentence in Messenger, would you? The way we view email conversations is more a personal difference than a cultural difference. So there'll always be some time of adaptation with each person you meet. As you get more familiar with the other person, you might even drop the introduction, so it can be a sign of friendliness. Anyway, the worst case scenario is probably skipping the introduction when emailing someone for the first time. Don't do it. If someone does it to you, it's not nice, but they probably don't want to be rude. It's just a little lack of etiquette at worst. They forgot that social cues get lost in writing. There's no hard rule about it, but I want to give you some quick guidelines that you can use, and these are the ones that I use personally. If you're emailing someone for the first time that day, a quick greeting won't hurt. If it's a conversation during a day, like you're collaborating with a colleague on an ongoing project, you can cut straight to the chase. No greeting is necessary in that case. But if you haven't emailed the other person for a day or two, go ahead and put a quick, "Hi, Anna," or whatever their first name is. Honestly, it takes 3 seconds. And if it's been a while, maybe a week or so or a few days, sure, a little greeting like, "I hope you're doing well," or "I hope you had a good weekend," never hurts. Meetings are an important part of a business process, but you need to run them well. You might want some help with your English to get them started smoothly and feel confident about being in charge. So, here are the exact sentences your colleagues are used to hearing at the start of a meeting. Start a meeting or a conference call by greeting everyone and introducing yourself. For example, "Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining. I'm Michelle Carter, project manager at Antivio, and I'll be chairing the meeting today." Of course, being a chair here means that you're the person in charge of conducting a meeting, not a piece of furniture. Now, you can announce the subject of the meeting and its duration as well. "Today's meeting is going to be about..." No, not like that. For example, today we're going to talk about our new software integration. The meeting should last around an hour. And finally, you can let the participants introduce themselves. For example, before we begin, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Bill, would you like to start? After the introductions, you can take a moment to set up a smooth meeting. Make sure that someone is taking minutes. It means writing down what's being said. For instance, you can ask, "Emily, could you take the minutes today and send them to everyone after the meeting, please?" You should also make sure to establish the rules clearly. For example, before we begin, remember to say your name before you speak. And let's avoid cutting anyone off when a person speaks so that we can all give our full input. Finally, you can check on the participants' participation, like, has everyone read the minutes from the last meeting? Are there any questions about them? And now it's time. I don't actually have a watch. It's time to start the actual meeting. And it starts by presenting the agenda. A meeting without an agenda is gonna feel purposeless. And in the worst case, it will waste everyone's time. So be sure to have clear goals and points to discuss, and don't stray from that plan. No. For example, We have several things to cover today and limited time. Let's start with the first item on today's agenda. And now you can begin your presentation. For example, okay, as you know, we did some tests on the software, but we had some problems. For instance, and your meeting is off to a great, clear, confident start. So, to recap, start your meeting by greeting everyone, introducing yourself and the participants, set up clear rules, an end time, and the topic of the meeting, and be sure someone is taking notes, the minutes, and follow the agenda, the program of the meeting. Good for you for making it halfway through this lesson. I can see that you are serious about your work and about your English. Now, before we continue, can I ask you to subscribe to my channel and give this video a nice thumbs up so that I know that you're learning with me and that these lessons are helping you. Now, let's continue to boost your business English. You know, before you can start talking to someone, like new colleagues, you need to introduce yourself. But it's not always easy when you arrive at a new office. There are so many people, and you may be a little shy in English. That's okay, because today you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in English. How do you introduce yourself in English? When I started my first job in France, I felt really awkward when I met new colleagues. Awkward like no social skills, because I didn't know what to say. So in English, where to start? Well, you can start with your name and your job or your department. Simple, really. You go up to someone, you approach someone, and you say, "Hi, I'm Christina. I just started as the project manager in the marketing department." "Hi, I'm Christina, and I just started as project manager in the marketing department." So, your name probably isn't Christina, and you may have a different job. So for you, that would be, and say it with me, "Hi, and I just started as in the department." All right, good job. Step 1, accomplished. Then the other person will, of course, introduce themselves, probably in a similar way. You should respond with, "Nice to meet you." That's easy. Nice to meet you. And it's always polite to show interest in other people. So a good question is, how long have you been working here? How long have you been working here? And notice that present perfect continuous tense. How long have you been working here? Because they started their job in the past, but they continue the job today. All right, step 2, done. And it's always polite and friendly to share a little about yourself. After all, you don't want to just ask questions. Small talk is like a ping pong game. Sometimes you ask questions, sometimes you give information. And now it's time to give information. You can say a little about your job, your previous job, or your previous workplace. For this, the structure I used to is a very natural expression. Like, I used to work as a marketing assistant. I used to work as a marketing assistant. Or if you talk about your previous company, I used to work at Siemens. I used to work at Siemens. And you can combine the two for a double whammy. I used to work as a marketing assistant at Siemens. Try this one with me, but with your experience. I used to work as I used to work as at. All right, that's step 3. Good job. Now, back to our friend, the present perfect continuous tense, to tell your new colleague a little about your experience, to impress them and also to give them just a little more information about yourself. For example, I've been working in marketing for about 10 years now. I've been working in marketing for about 10 years now. And bam, that's step 4. Awesome. So let's recap and summarize. And I'll do it like I'm really introducing myself at a new company with my own information and experience. Oh, hi, I'm Christina. I just started as the head teacher in the English department. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How long have you been working here? Oh, nice. Okay. I used to work as a business trader at a company called Nova. I've been teaching English for about 12 years now. And the conversation will just develop from there. But you did the most difficult part. You introduced yourself to a new person in English with confidence. High five! Or not. No. Don't hit your computer screen, but good job to you. Has this ever happened to you?
Ah, c'est les États-Unis. Attends, mais ça veut dire qu'il va falloir que je parle en anglais? Ah, laisse tomber. Je vais aux toilettes.
Answering the phone in English can be scary. Personally, I hate using the phone in French, so I feel your pain. That's why today we'll look at the expressions you need to not panic or run to the restroom when someone calls you in English. Picking up the phone is when you do this. You pick up the phone. You pick up the phone. And when you pick up the phone, you say, hello? Like with a question intonation. Hello? Try that. Hello? And the other person on the phone might ask to speak to a specific person. For example, you might hear, can I speak to Roman, please? Can I speak to Roman, please? And if that's you, Roman, then you say, ready? Because this is a little strange. You say,
This is he.
If you're a man, you say, this is he. But if the other person says,
Can I speak to Christina, please?
and if that's you, a woman, then you say, this is she. This is she. Hello?
Can I speak to Christina?
This is she.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You can also just say, speaking, but personally, I find that a little short. And I'm always surprised when I hear it, like, oh wait, I have to talk again already? But it is acceptable.
Hello?
Can I speak to Roman, please?
Speaking.
Hey Roman, how are you?
Not so bad. And you?
Good. Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes the other person doesn't want to speak to you. Now, it's nothing personal, I'm sure, but they want to speak to your colleague, Isabel, let's say.
Can I speak to Isabel, please?
And because you don't let just anyone talk to your colleague, no, you can ask, may I ask who's calling? May I ask who's calling? And once you're sure that the other person is not some spammy telemarketer, no spammy telemarketers, no, you can say, sure, I'll put you through. Sure, I'll put you through. Not so easy to pronounce that one. Try it with me though. Sure, I'll put you through. Sure, I'll put you through. Through. Or an alternative, I'll transfer you. That works too. I'll transfer you. Hello?
Can I speak to Isabel, please?
May I ask who's calling?
I'm Roman, a client of Isabel's.
Okay, sure. I'll transfer you. But maybe your colleague Isabel is busy. And of course, you're not busy, right? Yeah, right. Well, you can say, I'm sorry, she's not available right now. I'm sorry, she's not available right now. That's sort of a generic response when someone can't come to the phone. And then there are lots of different situations that you can explain, ask about a message, and that kind of thing, but that's for a future episode. If you don't use it, you lose it. So here's how you can use what you learned today. In the comments, tell me which of the lessons from today's revision video was the most useful for you. And if you still have questions about other business English situations, put your question in the comments and then maybe I can make a video just for you. And if this lesson was helpful for you, I would love to know. And there are 3 simple ways that you can tell me. Give this lesson a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to my channel so that you get all of my future business English lessons. You can become a member of my Faster Fluency Conversation Club to practice speaking every day. And the details of that are down in the notes below the video. And watch the next lesson. And after that lesson, I promise you will never make mistakes understanding someone's email address over the phone. Thank you so much for improving your English, spending a little bit of your summer with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time, which next time, 2 things. We've got some big news coming for Speak English with Christina. So I'll create a special little video to share that news with you. I'm really excited about it because it's something we've been working on with my team of teachers since like January. So really big. And also next week, we'll be back with your normal lessons. We're coming back to work after a nice vacation, feeling refreshed and recharged. And so I'm looking forward to getting back to the regular lessons and starting off the second part of
2021 with you. All right, guys, see you very soon with some big news and next week with a regular lesson. Have a good one, guys. Bye.